Okay, I accidentally clicked on the wrong camera tonight, and I got some of the stuff that we're going to see. This is Acapulco, broken camera. It was broke for months, but my heart dropped. I actually stopped breathing when I saw this thing and this thing. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. It, wow. I didn't breathe for about three webcam screenshots, and my brain said, you better breathe. It's time to breathe. And I let out a huge sigh, and I, kept snipping with my tool and caught this, which is absolutely amazing. And I'm sure other people caught it too, because there's a lot of onlookers these days, and we're seeing what everybody's seeing. So the sun is either overtaking this object, or it's a refraction of what's hanging onto the sun up there, which looks like a wrench hanging out right here. But it eventually turns into something that looks like the dentist. So it was an accidental click trying to see the green suns that I saw last night. And I accidentally clicked this camera, this one that was broke for months, and it pulled that up. I just stopped breathing, like, oh, because it was so amazing. And what does happen here is it starts morphing into the sun that we're all looking at all the time. Like, what is this? The oblong, the discombobulated sun, the hairy suns, the feathery suns, the long, elongated suns we're all seeing, the star-striking suns. I mean, we're seeing a lot of things that we've never seen before. I've been on this planet a long time, and I never saw any of these things. Now I got a free dub video thing, and it doesn't always keep the voice with the cursor, so I'm going to try to keep the cursor out of the video, but it does seem that the video takes over and my voice lags behind. But these are the green suns I caught in Acapulco last night. I caught them a week ago, but I got carried away, or called away, I should say, and I couldn't catch anymore. And I went to the live feed, but CenturyLink has such a dulled down feed here that it looks all blurry. It's green, but it's all blurry. The video I put out last week was the live feed, and it's just blurry. Looks like an anomaly on the camera. So tonight, I just took snip shots because it was obviously green again. It was coming around green again. And then, yeah, this is all last night. I got tonight as well. And it's green again, so it's not an anomaly on the camera. It comes in from pinks and purples, goes green, and goes back out. I don't know why. But what's really funny is we see yellow under the sun that we haven't seen in quite a while. That yellowy sun that we grew up with. And, well, I guess if you were born in the 90s, you probably weren't grown up with it. But pretty fantastic. Just that to have the whole hue of the sky change is pretty amazing in itself. I mean, we grew up with blue skies and occasionally a red sunset or an orange one with pinks and stuff, but the fires and stuff, no, not like today. So this is what it turned into when I got to stick with it, I believe. So I woke up in the morning and I wanted to take some video of, just to see, not video, but some screenshots of the webcam to Mexico to see if the sun came up green or blue or whatever. And I got this, which is a different Acapulco camera, I believe. And it's a blob. It looks like some kind of, I don't know, cartoon character. And right there, you can see in the reflection, the blue around the, wow, it's a round sun in the reflection, but we're certainly not getting that from the webcam at all. But there's greens, purples, a halo around everything that seemed to come up in the morning. And then, let's see, there's the green. This is from tonight, I think. The green sun, yeah. The green sun coming. And what I found funny in the green sun that was happening in Acapulco tonight are these weird clouds that come through and strange little dots that happen right up here. Clouds all alone, standing alone. It made me think of Chris Potter's video that he had taken today. He put it out. I'm sure it was an older one, but he is, look at that, putting out a video on somebody else that had taken it and saying that these little, I saw little insect things. They look like little insect flying machines and for cloaking or who knows what. But these clouds were rather weird in the sky around the green sky tonight. Like maybe they are covering something. Maybe this whole thing will pass through and we'll be none the wiser because we're never going to see it. If they can cloak this thing out, I really have no idea. But there are some really weird cloud structures that happen in a clear sky. And we got the yellow. And then we've got another cloud. Look at that. What? Pops up out of nowhere in the clear blue or green sky. And disappears into the sun with no shadows on the sun. So that whole thing is rather weird. And now these pictures. This is a video I took last night from Naples, Florida. They get a live webcam and it's high def, so it picks up a lot of colors that these people on the pier probably aren't seeing. And what really freaks me out, I'm controlling the camera right there. It lets you control it. The refractions that you see, get it, everybody? Refractions that you see here are picking up something that we're not seeing with the naked eye. Not at all. And, of course, these people can't see them because it's picking up in high def. So with that being said, the camera falls behind, or the voice falls behind the camera, like I said. I hope that it doesn't, but I love the community of people that I've met so far and these researches. And I told my family back in May, I was confident enough to kind of mention it. And everybody went, yeah, whack job, conspiracy, you're an Alex Jones person, you know, that kind of thing. And then 2 weeks ago, I told my sister, my best friend, what was coming. We talked an hour to 3 hours a day. I send her children gifts all the time. I don't have children. I have horses and dogs, which I actually cut the feed on this, pause it, because I had to feed the horses and bring in firewood. My husband's out of town, so I cut it. I guess I was very controlling. I didn't want to let it roll without me looking at it. But there's a lot of weird stuff going on here. So I told her, she called and said, what are you doing? She wanted me to drive an hour and meet her for lunch. And I said, I'm studying the incoming planets. And that was my break, you know, like it's all nonchalant. What are you talking about? Well, there's a planetary system flying in here, a brown dwarf and things like that. And I'm just studying. And she already knew I prepped. She thinks I'm crazy. She already knew I was prepping. And, what? That's what I got. And I kind of pushed it on her. And, you know, Sandy on here, I've met, one of the Nibiru people. She said, there's one of us in each family. There's where I came back from feeding the horses. See the big change? Look at that red. That's insane. But Sandy said, don't, you know, she's not ready to hear it. Just be open when she comes to you for questions. And I was like, yeah, right after I told her it was coming. And then I watched Let's Talk with Steve, or Steve and Jeff P., I'm not sure. And he said, whatever you do, people, don't say, I told you so. And I was really humbled at that moment and realized that there was a little bit of wickedness in my heart because I was kind of relishing in that. But he's right. And Sandy's right. When that moment happens, how can I help you? Buy a BioLite stove to charge whatever, get your generator, get your world, your house in order with God and your family together in order. And so I was rather actually quite humbled, like, damn, I was going to do that. I was going to say, I told you so. I had my speech all worked out on I told you so. Now I got to work on a new speech. And it won't be I told you so. It will be, yeah, what do you need to know? And how can I help you? And of course, none of us know anything about anything. I mean, if Robert Harrington were here, or an actual NASA person, they might know, but Harrington's gone. And the government agencies are dummying up. So we got to go with our group. Excuse me. These are all sky cams, of course. I got 3 things last night in the all sky cam. Now, if the video's off with the, look at that. That's 3 things. If the video is off with the vocals, it's because I'm coming in later and I have a free dubbing machine. So I probably need to upgrade. But these are too big for me not to show you. Even if the voice is off, I had to show you what's going on here. 3 things in the sky. That is crazy, all sky. So this is Diamond Sun from last night. Not tonight, but last night. And what I found peculiar about this is that the orb, I shouldn't use my cursor because it's probably off, but the orb over the sun is really pulling in sun power there. Or it's a refraction off something that the camera's picking up. But what's crazy is it's all there. It's there. Look, it's there. The sun is firing up over this big red ball. And that red ball is showing up everywhere with sisters and brothers. There's like 4 and 5 of them in every shot in the afternoon in Mexico. Leon's my favorite. My favorite camera is Manzanillo by far. But I love Leon in the morning because it's wide open flat. The sun comes out bright, but the city has no sun on it, which is really weird. It looks like all cloudy, but the sun's showing full bright. This thing has an orb over it, and it's incredible. The sun goes through a lot of changes on the same cam that I accidentally clipped on this morning. Just there, yep, there it is. Oop, there it is. And I followed this one all the way into the horizon for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. And now we're coming up on Manzanillo, I think, yeah. And that's from last night, and it's also a refraction or an orb over the planet. It's either bending light or it's actually putting light on an object that's there. And it's pretty big. San Carlos. Look at that fire sky. Fire sky, fire sky. That's just insane. That's Manzanillo from a while back. My favorite Mexican webcam. Wow. And then this is Popocatépetl this morning coming up, and used the light in the pond. Look, if that's an overload in the camera, why is it reflecting the water? Answer me that. I don't know what that is in the sun, the black dot. But I've caught it break in half a couple times. I don't know if it's due to clouds or whatever, but I've seen it split up, change formation. Whatever is there is there. We'll find out, I suppose. But Popocatépetl is beautiful from all the angles. You got like 5 angles of this volcano, from Pueblo, a volcano view, to Amacamara, whatever. And then my last shot that's coming up here is Popocatépetl this morning. And, no, yesterday morning, I think. I'm not sure. But it was the phoenix rising, the red dragon. That's the dove of love on fire. Look at that, it's a bird. And with that, I say we're all in this together. And God bless. We're all in this together.